What's the difference between a man who just drifts through life and a man who commands it? It's not luck, it's not talent, and it's not just hard work. It starts with having a clear vision. Without a clear vision, even the most talented men get lost in the noise. But with it, you become unstoppable. Today we're diving into why a clear vision is the foundation for leadership, growth, and stepping into the man that you're meant to become. This isn't just about setting goals or dreaming big. It's about creating a compass for your life that guides your focus, your energy, and ultimately your legacy. If you've ever felt stuck, directionless, or unsure of your next move, this episode is for you. By the end of this video, you'll walk away with 3 clear insights on how to create a compelling vision that keeps you focused, that pulls you forward, and helps you lead with purpose. If you're new to this channel, my name is Stu Murray, a former educator turned men's coach and founder of Brotherhood. I spent most of my life lost and directionless, lacking mentors who could really help guide me forward. And now I dedicate my life to providing a space where men can come together and find the ownership, the accountability, and the direction that they need to lead their lives effectively. Having a clear vision for your life is your North Star. It allows you to be purposeful and directed, because without it, you're just reacting to life rather than leading it. It helps you get clear on who you want to be and the man you're becoming, starting to tap into the potential and the possibility of a compelling future life. It's the difference between being busy and being effective, just being in motion or actually making progress towards something greater. Many high achievers often spend so much of their time checking off boxes and accomplishing many great things, and yet still feeling a sense of emptiness inside. And for most of my life, that's been my situation. I've been able to accomplish many great things, and yet I've never felt that deep sense of fulfillment and a sense of self-worth that I always thought would be on the other side of what I accomplished. But that shifted as I began to realize that busyness is not the same as making genuine progress. I can do a lot without ever taking strides towards becoming the man that I'm meant to be. I now realize that having a clear vision isn't just about what I want to achieve in life. It's about getting clear on who the man is that I'm becoming and stepping into that, creating a clear understanding of how that man shows up. Who is he in his day-to-day interactions? How does he go about his life as he interacts with people, as he wakes up in the morning, as he's doing the mundane day-to-day things? What is the texture and the quality, the essence that that man is bringing to the life that he's creating? That is so much of the value that getting clear on where I'm going and who I'm becoming really does for me. An analogy that's made that really real for me recently is the idea of being on a ship out at sea. I think about what kind of ship I would want to be on and who I'd want to be on that ship around. If I am on that boat and I'm moving towards a direction somewhere in the vast horizon that I can't even see, but I have a vision on where that is, despite it not being in my immediate vicinity or even showing up on the horizon, that I know where I'm going. And I have the tools and the skills and the people around me to be able to get to that place that I'm trying to go. That is the kind of ship I'm wanting to be on, rather than a ship that's aimlessly drifting out at sea with no apparent direction, no sense of where it's trying to get to. And if the people on that ship, myself included, do not have the tools and the skills to be able to navigate to where I want to go, that is not a ship I want to be on. So as a man, I think about how I want to develop the capacity for leadership and to be trustworthy. And that starts with having a clear direction for where I'm going, where I'm leading myself, my partner, the people in my life, my community. Where am I going? What more beautiful vision am I leading myself and others towards? And how do I step into that fully? What tools, what skills do I need to be able to make that life, that ideal vision that I hold, a reality in this moment? And I invite you to start to think, what do I want my life to look like 3 to 5 years from now. You can even close down the eyes and tap into your breath and start to feel that. Feel the potential, the possibility in your body. You can even pause this video right now and just start to think about that. What do I want that to look like? Who am I around? What is my energy like? What am I doing? How am I showing up? How am I starting my days? How am I ending my days? This doesn't need to be the details, but it can be the start of something big, something expansive, something that will emotionally pull you forward. This can serve as a starting point, and this is something I encourage you to keep revisiting, keep refining, and as more of that clarity comes, keep adjusting it and make sure that that vision continues to stay aligned with where you want to be going. Having a clear vision fuels discipline and resilience. Discipline isn't just about willpower. It's about having a compelling reason to stay the course. As I move forward, as I take courageous steps towards the man that I want to become, I'm going to be met with self-doubt. I'm going to find criticism from others, and I'll look for situations in life that will come up that will test my courage, that will test my resolve to step into something greater. Something that I often tell the men that I work with, our nervous system will always choose a familiar hell over an unfamiliar heaven. So the practice of bringing change into my life and breaking patterns that I've been repeating time and time again is going to be my default. It's going to take a lot of courage to break that pattern, to choose something different for myself, for my life, for my family, a moment-to-moment commitment to showing up in a different way, rather than choosing the same reaction to the times when I find myself in conflict, the times when I push beyond my current edge and take a risk in life. There's always going to be this feeling of contraction. As I push up against resistance, I'm going to want to default to that same thing that's kept me safe. And now it's keeping me small. Something I've come to realize is that we are always manifesting. Whether I realize that or not, and whether I want to admit that or not, I am always creating my reality. And while I can't control all the things that happen in it, in fact, I can control very little, I can always control my reaction to it. I can always choose in a moment to moment how I want to give meaning to what is coming up. And where I give meaning informs the emotions that I experience. I can remember that life is happening for me, not to me. So rather than being a victim of my circumstances and situations and all the things that have happened and held me back in my past, those no longer need to be the chains that hold me back from the man that I'm becoming. I can choose a different response. In each moment, I can show up courageously, honestly, with vulnerability, and change the story, be the hero of my own journey, and not allow past experiences or all the future conditions and constraints that I've put on myself hold me back from the man that I'm becoming, the man that I know I'm here to be. This is what masculine leadership looks and feels like. A man who is clear in where he's going, who stands unwaveringly in that truth, and in each moment takes courageous steps towards bringing that reality into the present moment. That is a man not to fuck with. He becomes unshakable, and he holds a vision for others to be able to do the same. If you've ever been around somebody who is courageously stepping into their truth, even as they're shaking, even as they're scared, that becomes a permission slip for you to do the same. This is the ethos of a warrior with a mission. He doesn't stop because his purpose is bigger than his pain. He is living and contributing and serving something greater than himself. And so all the reasons to keep finding himself to stay small and to play in those same situations that he has his entire life are no longer the things that are going to hold him back, because he knows he is here for something, and he won't let anything get in the way of serving that greater good. And your second step, as you start to refine and clarify that vision for yourself, I want you to start thinking about who is the man that is living that vision. What are his values? How does he show up in his relationships? How does he start his day? How does he end it? What does he do in the moment to moment, moving through the mundane? How does he need to show up? How does he respect himself? How does he respect others? The more clearer you can get on what that actually looks like for how that man shows up, easier it is to step into alignment with that. And you can even distill that into bullet point reminders for yourself, affirmations that you can read on a daily basis to remind yourself, this is who I am and this is how I'm here to show up and serve. A clear vision doesn't just guide you, it attracts the right people, opportunities, and resources. People are drawn to a man who knows where he's going and why he's doing it. That is something I've come to know as truth. I start to become a man who is attracting more opportunities in my life, more good people, more resources and tools to be able to continue to amplify that. Me of a few years ago would not have believed in manifestation. I would have seen it as airy-fairy, hokey-pokey bullshit. And I've come to realize that that's just not the case. And while there is an aspect of manifestation that can send us into the clouds, when that is anchored in aligned action, that's what's required to bring it to life. And I'm blessed with having a brotherhood around me that I can share this vision with, and who can hold me to the standards that I say I want to live by. And whenever I'm falling short of that, whenever they notice me playing safe or avoiding something, they can call me in and remind me of who I am and why I'm here. And it shortens the gap from when I fall flat on my face and I'm in self-doubt and self-deprecation and criticizing myself and worried about what other people are thinking, until when I can pick myself back up again, dust off all the bullshit, shake off all the old stories, and choose to come back and align myself again and again and again with that man that I'm becoming. And I help other men do the same. I can hold that vision for them when they don't even see it themselves. If there is no one right now in your life that you feel like you can trust enough to be able to lean in, to share that, my invitation for you is to find somebody. Put yourself out there, whether that's finding a coach or a mentor, somebody you do respect, whether that's in the social media space or you've read a book from somebody. Reach out to them. Let them know that they've inspired you and that you're looking for guidance, you're looking for support. Or find a men's group, find a council of people that can be able to connect and support, a place that you can share honestly, vulnerably, courageously about what's going on in your life and who you want to become. This is critical for developing our capacity to be able to lead our lives effectively. It's my fundamental belief that I don't think we can fully step into our greatness in isolation. It's only in the power of coming together in community that I can really see myself clearly for who I am and what I'm here to do. So take that bold step today and reach out to somebody. If you're not sure where to start, feel free to send me a message. I'd be happy to chat further with you. I also have created a brotherhood for this exact reason, and you're welcome to check it out. And if you feel compelled, join us in that space. We're a group of men who are leaning in, who are opening up and changing the narratives and the limiting beliefs that we've held on for too long and stepping into something greater for ourselves as individuals and for ourselves in a broader community. Having a clear vision becomes your North Star and a source of discipline and the soil of potential and possibility. It is not just something that's nice to have. It is the foundation of a life worth living. I encourage you to take action today. Take 10 minutes and sit down and reflect on what that ideal life could look like 3 to 5 years from now and who that man is, and connect with people who are willing to lean in to that with you and start to shift the narrative. Start to step into your power and set a higher standard for your life. Remember, a man with a vision is a force to be reckoned with. Now go out there and build the life that you deserve. If this video has resonated with you, please share it with a man that you think would benefit from hearing this. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe. Let's keep growing together. I'm Stu Murray. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.